Hello, what is up everyone, it is Truth Reviews here, and welcome back to the second part of my first full series, and this is where I am reviewing every single Batman Arkham Knight DLC / add-on pack for the game, and today we are reviewing the Red Hood Story Pack. So without further ado guys, let's get straight into it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. It's a long and a big goal, but I'm trying to hit 1k subs by the end of this month, so any subs would really help, push me up that way. So thank you guys ever so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. I'll see you all at the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy. In case it isn't obvious, the Red Hood Story Pack actually has you take on the shoes of Red Hood.
Well, no shit.
Now, did I say take on the shoes? I meant step into the shoes, because in this DLC pack, you are directly playing as the Red Hood, as the Arkham Knight. The story pack has you play as Red Hood, and he is after Black Mask and his goons. He is finally going to kill him. The story, in terms of a story, is very simple and very short. The story pack only lasts about 10 minutes, 12 at the most, so the story has to be simplistic, but it is literally about Red Hood / the Arkham Knight going to kill Black Mask. The story pack opens with some of Black Mask's men doing some sort of arms deal. Then we see Red Hood burst through the ceiling, glass shattering everywhere, and we get to take a look at this cool, sleek, and fun design of Red Hood. He's wearing a, in case you didn't know, red hood.
Well, no fucking shit!
And the look is sort of silver and red. His chest has a red, sort of discontorted bat symbol on it, which I really like the theme. I personally am not a massive fan of the Arkham Knight's design, however this Red Hood suit, it looks so good. The silver complements the red so well, and the helmet works so well under the hood as well. As well as the design of the guns being very bulky, they look like they've just been made, very chrome, sort of silver design, and they are bulky. It looks like no normal person, no one without advanced training could hold these weapons. And Red Hood, swinging them around in his hands just shows his skill. You then begin the actual combat section, or the first proper combat section, in which a lot of Black Mask's gang members will come after you and you have to fight them off. I absolutely love how Red Hood plays. He's in between playing like Nightwing and like Batman. He's agile enough that he's not like Batman, but he's a little bit harder than Nightwing. He feels, when he hits, he feels really heavy, but he's also got that agile movement. All of the takedowns and all of the combo takedowns have been revamped, and I especially love the what Batman would do when he wraps his cape over enemies and then stuns them. Red Hood just kicks them straight in the face, which I love. You also now have a bullet barrage, and the game is very fond of telling you when to use it. When enemies are charging at you, you can use this bullet barrage to take out enemies, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. I was very concerned because I was never really sure how they were going to implement, guns into an Arkham game, but personally, I kind of think they did it better than Gotham Knights, and Gotham Knights was built around Red Hood already having guns. Once you dispose of those enemies, you get a brutal interrogation scene. Well, it's not that bad, but you do get to grab an enemy, and Red Hood is asking where the Black Mask is, and this enemy informs you that he's at a guns deal on the docks, I believe.
Where is Black Mask keeping the goods?
You want information? Read a newspaper.
Wrong answer.
Okay, stop! At the docks! He's keeping the guns at the docks!
Appreciate that.
The next section is a Predator section, and it's important to quickly go over the gadgets that Red Hood has. So Red Hood has the normal grapple hook. He has a grenade, which really isn't a grenade. It's more like a stun stick or like a stun grenade than anything else. It's like smoke pellets if they did a tiny bit of damage and stun the enemy. That's literally what it is. And then he has his actual gun, which is like a mega zoomed in scope, which let's be real, we're never unless you are the revolver god, I don't think you're ever going to hit anything with that thing.
Oh my fucking god, I am an absolute madman. Somebody call my mom.
This Predator section is really odd for me because part of me really enjoys it and the other part of me really hates it. So for example, the setting and graphics are beautiful on this, section / level, and I really do enjoy it. However, there's about 13 to 12 enemies here, and I gotta say there is no real space to move around. I really actually do like how you control Red Hood in these Predator sections. Red Hood being more clunky, you can't always do silent takedowns from the grates. In fact, from the grates and from ledges, you have to do loud takedowns, but at the same time, Red Hood's not stupid, so you still can do silent takedowns. It's not like Harley Quinn where you have to do loud takedowns. It's more like an in-between sort of thing between Nightwing and Harley Quinn when it comes to Predator takedowns, and I really enjoy it for that matter. However, that being said, this level is incredibly small and restrictive, which makes it a pain in the arse to do. First of all, moving around the level is very difficult because you've got these two snipers, or rather one sniper. This one sniper sits up on this ledge and he will fucking dominate you unless you take him out first. But if you fail to take him out first in the right way, he's just going to kill you anyway. There are also medics around the Black Mask area, and they're incredibly frustrating. And then there's just a lot of enemies in this cramped area. All of this makes this overall just a bit annoying to get through, but I don't know, I've got mixed feelings. I definitely prefer the fighting sections, the combat sections to these Predator sections. However, I do like how you play as Red Hood in these Predator sections. And there's 3 levels in this story pack. There's the opening level, this Predator section, and then an end section where you fight Black Mask. And I gotta say, this one looks the prettiest. It just visually looks absolutely stunning, so it does get points there. However, the Predator section itself is boring. We then might have the single most badass, interrogation in Arkham Knight, other than, obviously in the main game itself, but out of all the DLCs. Red Hood, literally, I love the atmosphere around Red Hood, because all the goons, all the thugs, they just assume he's Batman, because obviously this is set before Arkham Knight. This is set where Red Hood is very unknown. He's not known as the Arkham Knight, he's just known as this guy who goes out and pretty much murks people, and people still have this association, well, maybe he's linked to Batman, he's got a bat, he's got a bat symbol on him, he kind of looks a little bit like Batman, and he straight up tells him, no motherfucker, I'm going to kill you, and it's incredible. He's like, do I look like Batman? I'll just let it roll, because it is such a good interrogation that it really does show off Red Hood's style and what he's about.
I want a word with your boss, Black Mask. Where is he?
You ain't gonna kill me. You ain't gonna kill me!
Do I look like Batman to you? Rethink your answer before I fill you up with lead.
Downtown, his office. But you ain't gonna get him. He knows you're coming, freak.
And of course, I think it goes without saying that Red Hood gets the information out of the goon before he kills him. Red Hood then directly barges into Black Mask's main operation center where these goons are counting all this money, and I gotta say, his coat that he has on here looks so badass with the symbols and everything. Oh, he just looks so cool. Anyway, you enter this tiny combat section here. The enemy variety and enemies are quite easy to fight. You never get anyone with riot shields or anything like that. The hardest enemy you fight is a stun stick enemy. In fact, the combat sections are actually done really well, but not in the way you think. There are no knife enemies here, there are no enemies that can quickly access guns here, there are no enemies with riot shields here, there are no shock enemies here. It is enemies with batons and stun sticks, and that's literally it. Stun sticks and baseball bats and then fists. That's it, and I really like it. It flows with Red Hood's combat so well. He's tough. He feels hard hitting. He feels completely violent and just completely unforgiving, but at the same time it doesn't feel janky or too athletic. Once you take down Black Mask's goons, you are introduced to Black Mask in a boss fight, and I really enjoyed this boss fight. It took me a while to figure out what I was doing, but basically what you have to do is Black Mask enters, and at first I thought he was just a normal enemy, but in fact he is not. He is an upgraded goon. So Black Mask comes in and he will use his fists, but he also can quick draw like this sniper pistol, in which he'll let off a couple rounds. If you click Y to counter this, you will parry it, and then you will fire a bliss of bullets back at him. Once you do this, it will take a major chunk out of his health, and this is how you're supposed to do it. However, there are multiple different ways you can take down Black Mask, and this is why I enjoy it so much. So for example, you can just run up to him and, slowly literally beat him up, which is really difficult because you have to sort of get combos and you have to build up your power to do this. The second option is stunning him and then quickly beating him up whilst he's stunned. This is what I tend to do, and I switch between that and shooting him because that does the most. But I really enjoy this combat, this combat section, this boss fight. More and more enemies will spawn until the very end, until you take down Black Mask, and in fact you don't even have to eliminate those enemies, they literally just despawn once you take down Black Mask. But the room keeps filling with every batch of enemies you disperse, every batch of enemies you take out, more and more will replace them until you deal with Black Mask. I really love this boss fight. Like, I really love it. It's not hard. It's not hard. I think I've died once in like the 8 times I've played this DLC. It's not difficult, but it's fun. It's really fun, and I like the outside the box thinking here. Just a normal enemy, and they've made him fun, buffed up his health, made him fun. It is very good. We then enter a cutscene with Red Hood approaching Black Mask, and he chucks him against the window, and Black Mask is screaming, pleading, he'll leave the city, he'll pay him, he'll give him whatever he wants. Red Hood has none of it, and chucks him out of the window.
Not even close. Black Mask. You should have left when you had a chance.
You don't need to do this. Give your money. Drugs, guns, weapons, whatever you want. Please, I'll take a plane, leave Gotham, never show my face again. Anywhere you want, I'll go anywhere.
How about you go to hell? Say hi to Joker for me.
Hold on. Did I just hear the cinema sins? The cinema sings stock sound effect? Can we get a replay on that clip, please?
Say hi to Joker for me.
Yeah, that is funny. They literally use the cinema sin sound. That is funny. But then that is it. The DLC, the story pack ends abruptly there. So what did I think of the Red Hood story pack? Well, let's do an overview. The story pack costed about £2.90 for me, so around about £3, or probably a little bit less. So overall, are you getting what your money's worth? I'm not sure. It's 3 levels really, and the runtime for this is about 9 to 10 minutes, and I was actually shocked with how quick I finished it. I do wish it was only £2 because personally, I think 3 levels, £3, I suppose it's fair, but at the same time, it's not a lot of content. However, it is great that you can now play as Red Hood in any challenges you want, and they did not fuck up Red Hood's combat at all. It's perfect, from the shooting mechanics to his little equipment that do virtually nothing, but still, from his shooting mechanics to his combat skills to his predator sections, every single thing about Red Hood is done perfectly. For example, his combat is refined and it feels heavy, whereas his predator sections feel stealthy and heavy at the same time. I was a bit disappointed in the lack of gadgets. There's nothing really here to go off in terms of gadgets. However, it could be a lot worse. In terms of enemy placement, enemy variety, in terms of the combat sections, they are fantastic and brilliant. The Predator section is a bit, overwhelming for me, and I feel like it's too hard for the tone and the pace of these missions. I just feel like they went too overboard. And then ending it with the Black Mask boss fight is fantastic, by far the best segment out of, or the best section / level out of the 3. It is incredible, very fun, very enjoyable. And then, who could forget, we have 2 interrogations, 2 opening scenes, and an end scene killing Roman Sionis, killing Black Mask. It is amazing. So what are my final thoughts on the Red Hood story pack / DLC? I'm going to be giving it a 7 out of 10. I feel like this does it quite quaintly. Anyway guys, if you have made it this far through to the video, I really hope you will like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Do you think a 7 out of 10 is fair? Do you think that's good? Do you think it's too high? Do you think it's too low? What do you guys think? Check out the other video I did on Batman Arkham Knight. Check out my TikTok, TruthViews117. Thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I will see you all next video. Stay safe guys.